A familiar name from recent Ohio State Buckeyes history is making his way back into the Big Ten, and it's a move that quietly closes an interesting chapter in Buckeye football. Former Ohio State defensive coordinator Matt Barnes has landed a new job, and while it's not the role he once had in Columbus, it does put him right back into the same conference where his coaching reputation was shaped, challenged, and ultimately redirected. Barnes has accepted a position at the Maryland Terrapins, where he will serve as the program's new special teams coordinator, marking his return to the Big Ten after several seasons away. For Ohio State fans, this move brings back memories of a turbulent defensive period early in head coach Ryan Day's tenure, a time when the Buckeyes were still trying to define their identity on that side of the ball. When Day took over in Columbus, the offense quickly became one of the most dangerous units in the country, but the defense struggled to keep pace. Coaching changes followed, expectations remained sky-high, and patience was thin. Barnes found himself in the middle of that storm during the 2021 season, when longtime assistant Kerry Coombs was relieved of his defensive coordinator duties mid-season. Barnes stepped in to handle play-calling responsibilities, inheriting a unit that was already underperforming and under immense pressure. Despite the change, the defensive issues persisted, and Ohio State continued to give up explosive plays at a rate that was simply unacceptable for a program with national championship aspirations. By the end of that season, the writing was on the wall. Both Coombs and Barnes moved on, signaling a full reset for the Buckeyes' defense. Barnes' exit from Ohio State didn't end his coaching career, though. Instead, it sent him on a path through the SEC and Group of Five ranks, with stops at Memphis Tigers and later the Mississippi State Bulldogs, where he continued to refine his craft away from the Big Ten spotlight. Those experiences appear to have helped reposition him, because now he's back in one of college football's most competitive conferences, albeit in a different role. At Maryland, Barnes won't be tasked with fixing an entire defense or dealing with championship-level expectations. Instead, he'll focus on special teams, an area where attention to detail, preparation, and player development can make a significant difference without dominating headlines. Interestingly, Barnes isn't the only former Ohio State defensive leader now working in special teams. Coombs has also transitioned into a similar role elsewhere in the conference, creating a strange bit of symmetry for two coaches whose paths diverged after a difficult season in Columbus. From Ohio State's perspective, the decision to move on from Barnes ultimately proved to be the right one. The Buckeyes hired Jim Knowles, and the results were immediate and dramatic. Under Knowles, Ohio State's defense transformed into one of the most disciplined, aggressive, and consistent units in the nation, culminating in a national championship run in 2024 that silenced many of the criticisms from earlier years. The contrast between the defensive struggles of 2021 and the dominance that followed only underscores how pivotal that coaching change was. Today, Ohio State continues to reload rather than rebuild, with experienced leadership and elite talent across the roster. As the Buckeyes look ahead to future seasons, including another title push in 2026, Barnes' return to the conference adds an intriguing subplot. Maryland is scheduled to travel to Columbus on October 10th, meaning Barnes will once again step onto the field at Ohio Stadium, this time wearing Terps colors. It's a reminder of how fast things move in college football and how careers can come full circle in unexpected ways. For Barnes, this job represents a chance at stability and reinvention. For Maryland, it's an experienced coach who understands Big Ten football and has worked at the sport's highest level. And for Ohio State fans, it's simply another example of how far the program has come since those rocky defensive days. Before we wrap this up, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and turn on notifications so you never miss updates on Ohio State football, Big Ten news, and major coaching moves across college football. Let me know in the comments what you think about Matt Barnes returning to the Big Ten and whether Maryland made the right call bringing him in.